You may think women want money, luxury, the lifestyle. But if that were true, every rich man would have love, and every poor man would be invisible. Reality proves otherwise. Because when you strip away the surface, most women are drawn to something far deeper, things money can never buy. And if you understand these 6 hidden values, not only will you see women differently, you'll start carrying yourself differently too. This is not about tricks or manipulation. It is about learning how emotional truth works through the calm, timeless lens of Stoicism. Because when you master what women truly value, you stop chasing approval. You become the kind of man who attracts through his state of being. So, let us begin with the first truth. The reason money fails to win hearts. Money can open doors, yes, but it cannot open hearts. It can buy the table at the restaurant, but not the peace that sits across it. It can fund the trip, but not the connection shared in silence. Women sense when a man hides behind wealth to mask emptiness. It feels unstable, like leaning on a wall that might collapse any second. A Stoic would say, control what is within, detach from what is without. Because what is within, your emotional center, cannot be bought, stolen, or lost. Many men chase wealth believing it equals worth. But the truth is reversed. Women feel drawn to men who carry worth before wealth. Imagine 2 men. One pulls up in an expensive car, but his eyes dart around, always scanning for approval. The other arrives in an old sedan, calm posture, grounded presence. She may admire the first one's status, but she feels the second one's peace. That's the first lesson. Value is not displayed. It's felt. Secret number 1, emotional safety. The first thing women love more than money is emotional safety. Not comfort, safety. It means she can relax in your presence without fear of judgment, punishment, or emotional chaos. It's not about being nice. It's about being steady. Think about this. If every conversation turns into tension, if every disagreement becomes a test, no amount of gifts can make her feel secure. Emotional safety is the invisible foundation of attraction. It tells her, you can be yourself here. A real-world example? Imagine she comes home upset from work. One man tries to fix her problem immediately. Another simply listens, stays calm, lets her emotions flow without interruption. The second man doesn't do more, he simply is more. That composure is magnetic, because most women live in a world that constantly demands emotional labor. When they meet a man who provides stillness instead of noise, it feels priceless. Secret number 2, purpose and direction. Purpose is silent confidence. It is the invisible current guiding your life when everything else is uncertain. A man with no direction often tries to compensate, with money, with status, with constant validation. But purpose cannot be replaced. When you wake up with a clear aim, not for her, not for approval, but for yourself, it radiates in every word, every choice, every silence. Think of a time you met someone who loved what they did. They didn't have to say much. Their energy spoke first. Women feel that same pull. A man with purpose becomes a compass, and people naturally orient around him. Seneca once said, "To live without direction is to be lost." Purpose creates gravity, and women subconsciously sense it. They respect men who move with a mission, because such men are not controlled by emotion or status. They move with meaning. Secret number 3, self-control under pressure. The third thing women secretly love more than money, self-control under pressure. When things go wrong, when traffic hits, when plans fail, when tension rises, your reaction defines you. A man who stays calm under stress becomes rare in a world addicted to chaos. Picture this. A couple's dinner gets ruined. Wrong order, long wait, chaos in the kitchen. One man gets irritated, raises his voice, blames the staff. The other man smiles, adapts, even jokes lightly to keep the moment easy. Which one do you think she'll remember? Women are biologically tuned to notice emotional regulation. It signals maturity, safety, and leadership. Money can't buy that. That comes only from discipline, from mastering your inner state. The Stoics trained for this daily. They practiced calmness, not because life was easy, but because they wanted to stay in control when it wasn't. That is what attracts peace in the storm. Secret number 4, subtle confidence, not flashiness. Confidence doesn't need a spotlight. True confidence moves quietly. Flashiness screams insecurity. Subtle confidence, the calm, grounded kind, whispers strength. A confident man walks into a room and doesn't need everyone to notice. But when he speaks, they want to listen. Imagine a man on a date who constantly talks about his achievements, his investments, his success. Now imagine another man who asks thoughtful questions, maintains relaxed eye contact, and carries gentle humor. Who leaves the deeper impression? The Stoic doesn't show off. He shows up. That's what women find magnetic. Not the performance, but the presence. Confidence that does not need to be proven is the rarest form of wealth. Secret number 5, integrity and consistency. Integrity is simple, doing what you say, even when no one is watching. Consistency means she doesn't have to guess who you'll be today. Together, they create trust. And trust is more seductive than money will ever be. Women subconsciously test for reliability. It's not manipulation, it's instinct. They want to know, can I trust his word? Does he follow through? Think of the man who makes promises and disappears. Then think of the man who shows up, every time quietly without excuses. The second one builds credibility, and credibility becomes emotional currency. In the long run, women fall for men whose words have weight, because it signals maturity, the kind that cannot be faked. Secret number 6, inner peace and presence. This one might be the hardest to fake. Inner peace. It's the calm in your tone, the slowness in your breath, the way your attention stays here, not scattered elsewhere. When you are fully present, she feels seen. Not as an object, not as a test, but as a human being. Money can decorate your world, but presence makes it alive. A Stoic trains for this daily, by detaching from distractions and returning to what's real. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful than your own soul." When you carry that kind of stillness, people sense it. It's not loud, but it changes the air around you. Presence is power, the kind that doesn't need to prove anything. From a Stoic lens, love isn't a transaction, it's a reflection. A reflection of virtue meeting virtue. If you build yourself around money, your worth is external, fragile, temporary. But if you build yourself around character, your worth becomes timeless. Women are not drawn to wealth itself. They are drawn to the energy of a man who doesn't depend on it. That is freedom. And freedom is magnetic. So instead of asking, what do women want? Ask, what kind of man would I respect if I were her? That shift alone changes everything. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine standing in front of a mirror, not looking at your clothes, your car, or your bank account. Just your posture, your presence. Now strip away everything external. What remains? Your calmness, your integrity, your focus, your peace. These are the 6 currencies that never lose value. Take one of them. Maybe emotional safety, maybe self-control, and focus on it for the next 7 days. Practice it daily, quietly. You'll notice how people, not just women, start responding differently, because your energy will shift from seeking approval to embodying worth. If this message resonated with you, share it, because the world doesn't need more men chasing money. It needs more men cultivating depth. Comment below, which of these 6 values do you want to strengthen this week? Remember to like this video, subscribe, and join us here at Stoic Truth, where we turn ancient wisdom into modern power. And as you move through life, hold this in mind. True wealth isn't what sits in your account. It's what remains when everything else is gone. Your peace, your purpose, and your presence. That's the truth women secretly love, and it's the truth that makes you unshakable.